Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over the fastest and most efficient method for getting gold on the launchers. Now launchers are, for most people, including myself, the most pain in the ass category to do out of all the weapons. They're time consuming and they're incredibly tedious. Whoever comes up with these challenges, quite frankly, needs to be locked in a box and hidden away somewhere. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the best way to complete your challenges and really the fastest way to get you guys gold and diamond. We're going to try and save you as much time as humanly possible. Now, before we get started on the camos, the most important thing, and I don't know why more people aren't saying this, I've looked at a lot of videos out there, I've looked at a lot of different people's ways of doing this, and everyone seems to forget to mention the most important thing. Max rank your gun first. Simple as that. I can't stress it enough. Do not go in to try and camo grind with a low level gun. You want every camo unlocked from before you even start trying. Do that and you're onto a win. So I'm not going to go through every single category telling you what each one does because I don't see the point in that. You can do that from your own inspection screen. We kind of all get the gist of it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them up on the screen so you can see them now. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over the best way to get these camos. Because what you want to do is you want to be linking. You want to be doing more than one at a time. That's the other reason to have it max ranked, because you can then you can stack your camos. And that's the fastest way of doing it. That's what you want to do. You want to stack. You don't want to be sitting there just going for one thing and then one thing only and then moving on to the next. That will not work. Camo grinding essentially is as easy or as hard as you make it. And the only person that can make it easier is yourself. Now, what I choose to do is you want to start going for what I choose to do. The way I do it is, the first things you want to be starting to do are anything that involves vehicles, kill streaks, things like that. Leave eliminations until the last. That's the last thing you want to do. So what you want to start doing is, you want to work on, so you've got stripes, geometric, flora, and science. They are your ones that are going to be all for kill streaks, for vehicles, etc. So you want to hit them first. Obviously, with the Sigma 2, which I just want to point out is the worst rocket launcher I've ever used in Call of Duty history. It is trash. Anyway, with the Sigma it's easy, it locks on. With the RPG it's not. But what we're going to do, you want to go into combined arms, put domination, assault and hardpoint on, doesn't really matter, but go into combined arms. A lot of people have said about Fireteam Dirty Bomb. Now, you might find some success with this. Personally, I didn't. The game mode, I hate it. It stresses me out. No one was ever using a vehicle when I was playing, and it started to piss me off. So we're ignoring that, and we're going combined arms. Now in combined arms, there's only two maps you want to play. If you get Miami or Cartel, back out. Simple as that. They are not going to help you in the slightest. Crossroads is good, not as good as Armada. Armada is the god map when it comes to vehicle hunting, pure and simple. Crossroads is fine. There are there are snowmobiles and there are tanks. Obviously tanks are tanky and take a lot of shots. Armada's got the gunboats, which take a good few shots to take down, but more importantly they've got jet skis and more people are jumping on the jet skis. They can be easy to pick out. I suggest when you get into a game of Armada, jump off the boat and get in the water. You don't want to be on a boat. You don't want to be on a surface. You want to be underwater as much as humanly possible. You're less likely to get picked out. You're less likely to be shot at. It still happens, but it's not as common, and something that defies all logic, but it's just Call of Duty, so who cares? You can fire a rocket while underwater. It's like you're a little submarine. So use that to your advantage. Get down, make sure you've got engineer on your perk, because that way you're going to see anyone in the boat, it's going to be red, and you're going to see it. Swim towards it. As soon as you can get a lock on, fire off. You can shoot from the surface, you can shoot underwater, but if you're underwater and there's a jet ski swimming towards you, fire at it and you're absolutely laughing. The other perks I will go over, but make sense to use. So engineer, gearhead for your field upgrade cooldown, and cold-blooded just so any AI controlled score streaks don't spot you. This comes in quite handy because if anyone puts down a sentry gun, you kind of want to hunt it down. It's an easy kill. Find it. It also won't shoot at you because it can't see you because you're cold-blooded, but it counts as a ground-based score streak, and ground-based score streaks are incredibly rare and annoyingly hard to find. But that is why we're hunting down jet skis. Obviously, if there's an attack boat, fire some rockets into it. You've got have your assault pack as your field upgrade just in case you run out of ammo. Obviously, there are resupply points, so you can still top up your ammo. But when you're in the middle of the water, you need to get on something quickly, drop an assault pack and reload. You can't afford to be going to try and find a restock point. It's not going to happen. So that's really what you want to be doing. Hunting down boats and jet skis underwater, or on crossroads. Obviously you can try and get the jet skis. I haven't had as much success on crossroads, but more than the other maps. Miami doesn't have vehicles, which I'm not sure why the hell they put it in that game mode, and Cartel is just not. There's motorbikes, but not enough people go on them. You might get the odd one if you're lucky. So as you start racking up your camos on this, you're going to start stacking as you're going. Now, the other reason I've said about doing the score streak ones first in vehicles is, as you're blowing up someone on a jet ski, you're going to kill the person on it. That's going to get you an elimination. If there's 2 people on it, you're going to get a double kill. That's 2 eliminations, but that's also then going to work towards your other camos, like your psychedelic, which is 2 or more enemies rapidly, 25 times in multiplayer. You know, these things start stacking up, and that's when it becomes important, because then you're spending less time later trying to kill people. So using this means you'll have less work to do later on once you've completed these. So once you've done all your score streaks, your vehicles and all of the rest of it, obviously the other one, aerial score streaks and vehicles, is the only one that won't stack. Now obviously with the Sigma it's incredibly easy, just take down spy planes. Something to bear in mind is the counter spy planes do take 2 rockets. So if you're trying to conserve ammo, don't use it. Don't fire at the counter spy planes unless you absolutely have to. But I also found that the amount of spy planes that go in the air, I had more times than I'd like if multiple spy planes, you know, they're going to be in abundance. Or if someone does call in a chopper gunner, or care packages are another one. They're an easy takedown. They stop as well. They are stationary for a few seconds, nice and easy for your RPG kills. Care packages are very frequent in those game modes. Once you've done those, you've done all your camos on that. You then want to start working on spray, classic and psychedelic. They are the harder ones to do. Not so much spray. Spray is just 50 limbs. It's not really hard. You'll get that as you go. Now, the game mode that I recommend, pure and simple, especially why it's on the playlist, it's the closest thing to a shipment that we've got in Cold War, and that is Nuketown 24/7 hardcore. The problem with the Sigma especially is it won't one hit them when they're wearing a flat jacket, even straight on. The splash damage on it might as well not be there. It's like dropping a toothpick into the ocean. There's no splash. So pop it on hardcore and just basically start nuking people with a rocket launcher. It's the only real way of doing it. There isn't so much a tactic for it. It's annoyingly difficult, and there's a lot of luck, especially the 2 kills rapidly. It's not a double kill. That's something to bear in mind. You do have a few second delay before you get your second kill. So don't worry about not getting double kills, because chances are you won't get them, or not very many. But if you get a game like Domination on Nuketown and there's a couple capping a flag, fire a rocket at it. You know, a lot of it comes down to perseverance, and that's kind of what I think these challenges are aimed at, is just time, perseverance. But with a bit of that, you'll get there. The important thing is not to let it tilt you. You need to go into this with a mind frame of this is what you're doing. You are going to tank your KD. You are almost reverse boosting by doing rockets, because you are going to absolutely tank your KD. Unless you are some rocket master, you are going to tank your KD. Pure and simple. And there's nothing you can do about it. If you want these camos, this is what's going to happen. It's the other reason I like to start with the rockets, because you're more than likely to build your KD back up as you go through the other weapon classes. So that's really it for me, guys. If there's a specific camo challenge that you are stuck with, you want some help with, let me know. If there's anything else you want help with, anything else you're struggling with, put it down in the comments, hit me up over on Twitter, and I'll do everything I can to try and help you. If you found this helpful, please drop a like on the video. It really helps. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you want to see more like this. We're going to be going through all the guns on my road to Dark Matter Ultra. Thanks for watching, good luck, and happy hunting.